Hey YouTube, how we doing? It's September 1st, 2018, and just out here, uh, did a little tweaking on the tractor, and I think, actually I know, because I tweaked a couple things already, but I was just going to show you how well the tractor ran, or how the tractor runs now, because it's been a while since I last made a video. And I'm sorry for getting that posted so late, by the way. But anyway, I'm going to show you how well it runs now. I'm going to show me starting it by cranking it instead of belting it up to the John Deere A this time. And I'll show you some of the things I've done since I got it running. And yeah, so here is the tractor now anyway. I took the valve cover off. You'll find out in a moment why. I put the toolbox on. I got my oil can under there for the valves. And I took my valve cover off mainly because, well, I couldn't start it up one day. And it turns out that the tractor itself, the valves, were a 1/2 of an inch out of adjustment, meaning 1/2 of an inch of play. There was a literal 1/2 inch between here and here. It was really bad. So I ended up taking the valve cover off and I got all the valves adjusted again, and my God, it ran really, really well. And then yeah, I'm quite excited by that, actually. And it turns out this thing's only firing on 3 cylinders. Yeah, I'm not lying there either. Since the last video, it's been firing on 3 cylinders. Because it was never firing on number 4. And the only reason I noticed that is because I saw some gas bubbling up out of here from underneath the spark plug. And that's what tipped me off to that mess that I had before. So I adjusted the valves, didn't mess with the timing. The timing I think is pretty spot on. Got that stopped leaking. I did go through the carburetor again on and I cleaned it out again, because actually I ended up getting some sort of filth in here in the bottom, and it really plugged up some stuff. So I got all that sorted out, and then I had to readjust the float in here because it was way too low. So yeah, and I have this. Well, this is a paper clip. The only reason I have it on here is to keep this screw in place, because, well, without it, this tends to go all over the place and mess up my adjustments. But that's temporary, so hopefully I'll be able to get that fixed soon. And let's see, air cleaner's on. That's hard to see. The air cleaner's on there. Radiator is still junk. I need to get a new one of those. Other than that, everything. Oh, still need to get that bracket made. That's just temporary. Other than that, as you can see, I rolled the tractor out of the garage just a little bit. I'm gonna fill it up with water, because I'm just gonna fill it up with hose water, since it'll all leak out anyway, and I'll drain it after I'm done running the tractor. But yeah, I want to show you guys how I start this thing. I've got it pretty well down to a T since I last cranked it, and I think it'll do really well. And also, if you hear any thunder, that's why. It's supposed to storm all week, and we got some stuff coming our way, so that's why if you hear thunder or something like that, you'll know why. So I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up so you can watch me crank this thing, and I'll put water in this, and I guess I'll be back in a minute. So I'll be right back. Alright YouTube, I think I've got you set up where I want you. As you can see, the radiator is still dripping water. There's not much I can really do about that besides get a new radiator, so I'm just going to go ahead and start the tractor and have you listen to her run. Maybe make a couple adjustments to the carburetor while I'm at it, mainly with the idle screw, and we'll see where it goes from there. Gonna advance my not timing. I'm gonna advance my my throttle. Give it about half throttle for the first beginning. I'm out of gear, and I'm going to crack the gas just barely for starting procedure. Okay, gas is on. Take my crank out, and the valves are already oiled. I oiled them already, so that should be good. Now I'm going to go ahead and choke it, and just to be aware, the spark advance is off. I'm going to crank it over a couple times so I can get some fuel in the cylinders. I see fuel coming out of the carburetor, so I'm going to unchoke that. I'm going to advance my timing about halfway, and then I'm going to go ahead and crank this thing. Hopefully it'll start. Go! She's off! Sounds really good too! Now I'm gonna go ahead and rev it up. Go. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. So we're looking pretty good for the Farmall regular. I'll let that go ahead and cool down for a while. And I should probably shut the gas off, so I can hear it in the carburetor. Sounds like it's boiling off. So there's that. Oh, and there's another thing I need to show you. It's starting to rain? Yes, it is. I better show you real quick then. I'll drag the shop back inside so it doesn't get wet. There we go. Along with my gloves, or my glove, and screwdriver. There we go. And I'll go ahead and book it back to what I'm going to show you. And sorry you can't see that too well. There we go. We're going to go out back. Now, it has been storming here all week pretty much. And last night's storm was a particularly bad one. Happened at around probably 2 to 4 to 5 in the morning, maybe 6. 2 to 6, that sounds about right. But you can see all that's over there, that's all fine. Then you get over here and you see a big tree. I mean a big fat tree. almost, that came off of that tree right there. This big one. And, yeah, it's big. Almost, hit the chicken coop. And that would not have been a good thing at all. That would have been absolutely awful. But, it missed them, thank God, so... But in turn, ended up hitting my New Holland. The engine's fine, on that I can almost guarantee, but the hood is pretty destroyed. Since this is a fiberglass hood, it's a fiberglass hood, fiberglass bodywork, that's all it is. Steering wheel got destroyed. Front dash is pretty bent up and out of shape. That's nice. See how it tore right in there. And this is one big, heavy log. Part of a tree. I don't know how high the winds got last night, but oh my God, was it loud. The thunder last night sounded like gunshots. And it shook the house like none other. It was really bad. Let me see if I can get a shot of where it fell off at. I'm glad it didn't hit this. Glad it didn't hit the Lister. But, and the M and the truck. But, it did hit that, and that is a little disappointing. Because I don't know where I'm going to find an extra hood. I'll probably be able to rebend the front dash, and I might have to replace some parts up there now. I know I'm going to have to replace the steering wheel and do wiring again on that thing, but kind of disappointing, honestly. And you can see that it broke off, or part of it broke. Oh, that's a branch. That's a branch right there. Broke off right there. Jeez. Broke off there, fell down here, and yeah, nothing good came out of that, I'm not gonna lie. So, there's that. You can hear my chickies, and you can just see the damage. I'm gonna assume that's sap, or whatever going up the tree from where that took place. But, I really hope this tree is not done for, because this is a big tree and I like this tree. But this is going to be one project getting out that you guys are going to witness. Probably going to be using the M a lot. I know we have plans already to use one of our, a friend of ours's Farmall M, except it has on the bucket over there, has a grapple, so you can grapple onto it, pick it up and pull it away. But there's going to be a lot of wood chopping and a lot of unfun stuff, a lot of brush cleaning. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. And you can see that storm's coming in again. It's supposed to storm all week again here. A lot of heavy rain. We're in a flash flood watch. We're in a flash flood advisory right now, and with more rain on the way, more storms coming. I better put the vehicles in. Okay, YouTube. Well, all vehicles are put in. Time to wait out a storm. And I checked the radar, and it's not supposed to be a pretty one either. So, yeah. But, anyway, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the video, because my cat just got on my lap. And, I guess, like, subscribe, comment. You do you. I really do want some comments and subscribers so I can get my channel rolling a little bit. So, and a huge, huge thank you to everyone who has helped me in my tractor project so far. Let me see if I can name you all out. A huge thank you to Ken Christopherson out in Bethel, Minnesota. A huge thank you to you for letting me use your sleeve puller, and a huge thank you for being a good friend and giving me your knowledge, sharing your knowledge. Another huge thank you to my friend Noah and Isaac. They helped me get the tractor running with their John Deere A that day, and I couldn't have done it without them, honestly. So a huge thank you to them. A huge thank you to my international guy, Glenn Dudley. He's helped me through countless things that I don't know if I would have solved without him. Huge thank you to Kirk Rennie for lending me his flywheel installer and for giving me his knowledge and insight also. A huge thank you to my grandfather for letting me have the tractor and letting me work on it and giving me his knowledge and insight and stories of the tractor also. So a huge thank you to you, and just a huge thank you to everyone who has watched these videos and enjoyed themselves. So thank you all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for doing what Wrench and I did today with a screwdriver with the carburetor. Thank you for sticking with me through the whole project. And don't go away yet, because there is more to come. So keep a steady eye out on the channel for updates, and I can assure you there'll be some soon, especially with the giant branch in back, so, and the tractor and a whole bunch of other stuff. So be sure to stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one, YouTube.